Manual-only roles are disappearing fast. AI is now the official reason to fire people. Last year, US employers announced 1.17 million planned layoffs. 54,000 of those cuts are expected to label because of AI. And there's about 60,000 gap towards the higher ceiling for the jobs that demand the skills. I would say 80% of testing models does not require coding skills at all. The winners are the QA who guide AI, not compete with it. My name is Igor. I'm a CEO and the founder of a company called Ingenious, a consulting company. I've been in this industry, as I mentioned, for the past almost 2 decades now in companies such as Tinder, worked at the Expedia group for a while, managing quality teams and help teams to deliver high quality products across the industry. Worked for Barnes & Noble, Nook division back in the day. And as of 2019, I opened a company called Ingenious, which we have close to 50 people nowadays. And we consult companies like Apple, Superhuman, formerly known as Grammarly, and Peloton. So if you would like to talk to me, right, you can always find me in LinkedIn. I'm always available to help you guys, especially in the tough times. All right. QA apocalypse is basically a very, I would say, subjective term, especially through 2025, because a lot of people think, a lot of companies think QA is done, right? So AI is accelerating. We can see it all over the place. It's not, future, it's a present, okay? So, and the most important thing about QA apocalypse is that I think it is a positive term, not negative term. So drop a couple lines in chat what do you think about QA apocalypses, but I think there's no QA apocalypses, right? What I'm thinking is that there's a transformation time, and that's what I'm going to talk about. So why traditional, probably I should put word here, why traditional QA is vulnerable, right? So prior to 2022, 2023, right, we had a traditional QA. So that era is gone. Let's put this way. So there's before and after. So AI changed the expectations, right? That's what happened. And this is part of this QA apocalypse term. Okay. So manual only roles are disappearing fast. So if you're doing manual testing in 2026, as of January 8th, you probably have to rethink your strategy, right? So a lot of management, and you probably hear this from your managers, your quality directors, your engineering leaders, the expectation is different than it was 2-3 years ago, all right? QA is often seen as the cost, not the revenue driver, right? Because QA department, quality assurance doesn't produce. It's a service department that helps to mitigate the risks. So cost cutting, target QA first. Remember, right? So I've seen it in 2012. I've seen it in 2008. I've seen always when the first people to go is actually quality. They say, oh, don't worry, engineer is going to test that. And AI is now going to test that. You hear this term and again. Test creation is getting automated, right? So thanks to LLMs, and we're going to talk about this, right? Thanks to the modern every company expect 3-4 times faster test automation. It means that a lot of things going to get automated, and good enough, quality is accepted. Because of AI, we generate 10x more code. We have to release faster. Hear about, continuous releases nowadays is a norm on the web. Weekly releases is norm on the mobile. There's no time for testing. Okay, quality is fine during these times. So that means I don't care. We don't have QA. Let's move fast. We'll fix bugs later. You probably hear this term more and more. Okay, so all these things make a traditional QA vulnerable. Okay, AI is now the official reason to fire people. You ever hear this term that a lot of HR departments right now say, oh, we are downsizing because of the AI revolution, or because we don't need this position, we will eliminate them. So in 2025, right, last year, US employers announced 1.17 million planned layoffs. A lot of jobs got cut. Okay, this is the reality. And 54,000, roughly, right, almost 55 of those cuts are expected to label because of AI. Is it crazy, right? But this is the reality. So AI isn't just the buzzword anymore. It is a separate line in HR spreadsheet. So, okay, let's cut the whole department because it's useless. We don't need them anymore. Especially happens in the marketing field. I heard copywriting. Some jobs get eliminated permanently. Companies are planning to automate most key activities with Gen AI. Every client that comes to us, again, most of our business is software development. We have design team, we have development team, we have DevOps team, and we have a quality team. And every request we get with the new client, they always say, "Oh, we expect you guys to do what we used to do for months in days because of AI." We talk about Cursor, Windsurf, with Playwright if it's web, right? MCP. All these terms becomes the common things in our terminology nowadays to just go fast. The expectation is automation 3 times faster, especially greenfield. Is it possible? Absolutely, but not in every case. On legacy projects, it's still impossible. But on the new projects, it is possible. You can go very fast. So again, AI products are exploding, but do you have skills to test them, right? And this is going to be part of our exercises today. We're going to talk about something that probably a lot of you still exploring. There's 2 terms like AI testing and testing AI. So a lot of people confuse them. They think it's the same thing. It's not. AI testing argumentation or AI assistance testing. This is basically traditional testing with all AI tools to help you to move faster. And testing AI, you're basically testing the models, right? Testing data that feed these models and testing the architecture of would it be Gen AI product, right? Or every different multi-agent, single agent applications. So this is 2 different things, right? And this skill becomes really in demand. And by the way, every day our recruiting team posts a new job opening in this space in our Discord. I can show you. I'm not joking. It's there every day. If you can see my screen, this is our Discord, and we have a channel. Let's see, where is that? Recent job openings. Every day we post a new job opening in the space of AI testing or testing AI. So classical test cases regression is not enough anymore. Now they want us to test a separate vertical, right? Agentic AI or any other AI flavor. Think about this. This is very, very important to start 2026. So the truth is, QA isn't disappearing. So that's why I don't believe in QA apocalypse. However, execution only QA, those that just run regression manually, is definitely going away, right? The winners are the QA who guide AI, not compete with it. So if your resume doesn't have anything about testing AI, right, have a skills like, for instance, such as red teaming, right, or test, validate models, evaluate models for the token consumption to choose the right models for, or evaluate models for the right business objectives, or skills such as testing for factual data, right? That means that you will have much less chance to get a job. AI testing specialist will be the most valuable member of development teams in the coming years. Okay. We've already seen that happening. Almost every client asks us, "Hey guys, do you have the skills? Does ingenious engineers have the skills to test AI components?" Like, for instance, one of our clients is actually building the voice AI system, right? Which actually calls you. How you test that, right? And the answer is absolutely. We use PromFu and Agent AI to validate the language models underneath, because obviously the voice AI system has to use some LLM underneath. And there's voice component, right? There's a framework called BlueJ that tests that. And post-production, we validate this with the monitoring of AI. It's called raindrop.ai. So income gap. So we see a spread, right? And this is the actual true reality. A lot of people comment out in our LinkedIn, and I've heard this during one-on-one sessions with a lot of our students from Ingenious University, that the traditional QA jobs start get paid less. This is true, actually. But if you have AI skills, right, or skills to test AI, such as LLMs or validating other models or working with, Hugging Face on synthetic data, on other skills, you get paid more. And there's about, on average, 60,000 gap towards the higher ceiling for the jobs that demand the skills. So we see the spread, okay? So a lot of people say, "Oh, Igor, we get paid less when we're applying for new jobs. Yes, if it's traditional QA, you will, but if it's not, you actually get paid more. Why? Because very limited amount of testers have these skills. Questions?
Hi, Igor. I had a question. In this age of AI, will the QA people need to have coding skills like developers? So just joining it.
Yeah, the answer is no. I would say 80% of testing models does not require coding skills at all. Like for instance, a lot of tools are visual, like in case of prompt food, use YAML format, which is not code, it's like JSON format, but you have to be technical. And another thing I'm going to mention that when you test AI, right, when we're talking about like test validating the models, right? Because AI is a big term, right? Every AI has a model. Would it be like open source like Llama model or commercial model like OpenAI? And most application has multiple models. Somebody has to evaluate them, and that's the role. So it doesn't require coding. Now the question, where the coding will be required? And the answer, Python will be required only when you're going to work on architecture. Like, let me give you a great example. If you work on multi-agent solution using the LangGraph, there is a Langsmith framework that actually tests Lang family tool chains, right? That requires Python. So the answer is yes, it will require Python, but only on this 10% kind of architectural testing challenge. 80% of the testing you're going to cover without any knowledge of coding. I hope I answered your question.
Thanks. So basically, if we have a gap, then it doesn't really matter.
No. And we have proven track of record in 2025. We graduated almost 100, I think it's about 90 students, with about like 10% of them already working this field. And the answer is they don't know how to code. So the first thing that I personally believe that actually helped me a lot with my success in the business is a mission statement. How many of you have a personal mission statement? So without mission statement, you have no purpose, right? This is the fact. You probably heard about mission statement from Apple, like make a ding in universe, right? But this is the company mission statement. I strongly believe that every person should have a mission. My mission hasn't changed for 10 years. My mission is to help people like yourself to achieve a new level of success that you cannot achieve without me. This is my mission statement for the past 10 years. In the midnight, right, or early in the morning, I jump in the call with strangers that I've never seen before just to help them out. Here's an example of mission statement I put here so you understand. Like, for instance, for most of you, and I'm predicting that, the mission statement could be, I am a top 10% of software testers engineer who specialize in AI and ML systems. It's a good mission statement. And you see, it's in present term. It's not, I will be. I am in top 10%. A lot of people cannot find a job is because they don't have a mission. They don't have a purpose. Like, yeah, Igor, I've been laid off for 6 months. It's like, do you have a mission? No, I want to make money. Great, write it down. How much? I want to make 200,000 a year. Great. So you can write a mission statement. I am top 10% of software testers that make 200,000 a year. Write down this on piece of paper. Write down with your wife lipstick or your personal lipstick, if on the mirror, and watch this every day. And here's the extension of the mission statement. I consistently deliver high confidence, call quality by validating models, data pipelines, and the system architectures. I am recognized as a trusted expert who enables fast, reliable, and ethical releases of AI-driven products. This is an example of mission statement for 2026 if software testing. I want you to spend next 5 to 10 minutes to write a mission statement. All right. So any volunteers would like to share their mission statement and why they chose this mission statement for 2026 and moving forward? Hello, Raj.
Hey, Igor, this is Raj. My mission statement is, I built a career in engineering, leadership, and technology consulting. So my goal is to step into a CTO role in future. And I'm currently exploring, just in time actually, exploring ISB, Indian School of Business Chief Technology Officer program. My mission is to lead the design and evolution of large-scale technology platforms that power modern AI-driven businesses. That's a main thing.
But the main mission statement I am a CTO in reputable Fortune 500 companies and whatever you said.
Yeah, but yeah, and honestly, I'm not at that stage. But yes, I'm CTO. As for your state objective for this one, yeah, I'm CTO who's leading the design and evolution of large scale. Yes, you're right.
What I've noticed that a lot of times, and thank you so much, Raj, for sharing this. Thank you. I highly appreciate this. What happened to me that before, like let's say 10 years ago, I always said I will, I maybe, and never happened. The second I read the book from Brian Tracy, it was exactly in 2016. I moved from one city to another, from San Francisco, Silicon Valley to LA. I took a job at Tinder, but I was lost because I had no purpose. And that's after I read the book, I realized that I need to have a mission statement. And for me, it was really hard to define because I didn't know what I want to do. So when you create a mission statement, and what Raj did, you have to put it in present term. Like present means like I am, you are this. Not I will be. I am a CTO of reputable Fortune 500 companies that lead the AI initiative, right? So that would be your ideal mission statement, which is, again, you program yourself for this and I promise you're going to get there.
The market has changed. AI is redefining how QA engineers are evaluated, but knowing that isn't enough. In the next episode, we'll break down exactly how hiring managers read your resume in 2026 and why most QA engineers never get interviews, even when they have the right skills. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. We'll see you there.